5 in the morning. The alarm goes off in a secure residence in Jerusalem. Most people are asleep. Benjamin Netanyahu is already reaching for his phone. 37 missed notifications, security briefings, diplomatic cables, coalition messages. The day hasn't started, but decisions are already waiting. This is what leading Israel actually looks like. Not speeches or photo opportunities. The constant weight of a nation that never stops moving, never stops being threatened, never stops demanding answers, every single day. He's in the shower by 5:15. Even here, his mind is working. Gaza situation. Iranian nuclear program. Coalition partner threatening to collapse the government over a budget dispute. American administration calling for restraint. European Union applying pressure. And somewhere in all of this, he needs to find time to actually govern. By 6, he's in his first briefing. Intelligence officers present overnight developments. A suspected weapons shipment intercepted. Cyber attack attempts on infrastructure. Hezbollah movement in the north. He listens, asks questions, makes notes. These aren't hypothetical scenarios. These are immediate threats to 7 million people. His security detail is already planning his route to the office. Nothing is random, every movement calculated, every location swept. Because 13 prime ministers have served Israel and the threats haven't decreased. If anything, they've multiplied. The drive to the office takes 20 minutes. He's on the phone the entire time. Defense minister, head of Mossad, his chief of staff coordinating the day's meetings. There's a cabinet session at 9, coalition meeting at 11, press conference at 2, international call with Washington at 4. And that's just what's scheduled. What people don't see is the constant negotiation. Israel's government is a coalition. Multiple parties, different ideologies. Everyone wants something. Religious parties demanding funding, right-wing partners pushing settlement policy, centrist members threatening to leave if he goes too far. He's not just leading a country, he's holding together an alliance that could fracture at any moment. By 8, he's at his desk. The stack of documents is intimidating. Budget proposals, security authorizations, diplomatic correspondence. Each one requires a decision. Each decision has consequences. Approve this military operation, risk international backlash. Reject it, risk Israeli lives. There's no neutral option. His advisors filter in. Economic team warns about inflation. Social services demanding increased funding. Defense establishment requesting budget increases. Everyone has valid concerns. Everyone needs resources. The money doesn't exist to satisfy everyone. So he prioritizes. National security first. Always. That's the calculation that keeps him awake at night. 9 o'clock. Cabinet meeting begins. 12 ministers around a table, each representing different constituencies. The defense minister presents a proposal for a response to recent rocket attacks. Debate erupts immediately. Go too hard, international condemnation. Too soft, domestic criticism. The foreign minister worries about relations with Europe. The finance minister concerned about economic impact. Netanyahu listens, processes, decides. This is leadership, not making everyone happy. Making the choice you can defend when the consequences arrive. And they always arrive. Between meetings, there's a moment. 30 seconds. He looks out the window at Jerusalem, ancient city, modern capital, contested by everyone, defended by him. The weight of history isn't abstract. It's sitting in this office, making decisions that will be analyzed for generations. His phone buzzes. Private line. Family checking in. His wife Sarah asking about dinner. Unlikely. His son wondering when he'll be home. Unknown. This is the other cost. Birthdays missed, anniversaries postponed, weekends that don't exist. The job doesn't stop because it's Friday night, 11 o'clock, coalition meeting. This is where things get complicated, Partner parties presenting demands. Ultra-Orthodox representatives insisting on religious legislation. Nationalist members pushing harder line on Palestinians. Liberal allies threatening to bolt if he accommodates them. He's negotiating, compromising, promising, threatening. Whatever keeps 61 votes in the Knesset. Lose the coalition, lose the government. Lose the government, new elections. New elections, national chaos. What happens next determines whether his government survives the week. The coalition holds. Barely. He promises the ultra-Orthodox more education funding, tells the nationalists he'll review settlement expansion, assures the centrists nothing radical happens without consensus. Everyone leaves unsatisfied but committed. That's success in Israeli politics. Nobody gets everything. Everybody gets enough to stay. Lunch doesn't happen. Security briefing instead. IDF Chief of Staff, Shin Bet Director. They're discussing Iranian proxies in Syria, weapons shipments moving south. Intelligence suggests an imminent threat. Options are presented. Surgical strike, covert operation, diplomatic pressure through back channels. Each option carries risk. Strike openly, escalate regional tensions. Go covert, potential for exposure and denial becomes impossible. Diplomacy alone, the weapons still arrive. He asks questions. What's the confidence level on the intelligence? What are the chances of civilian casualties? How will Tehran respond? The answers aren't certainties. They're probabilities. Educated guesses? He's making life and death decisions based on incomplete information. Always has been. Always will be. He authorizes the operation. Covert. Targeted. Deniable? The order goes out. Within hours, Israeli assets will move. He won't sleep well tonight, wondering if he made the right call. 2 o'clock. Press conference. Cameras everywhere. Journalists from 15 countries. Questions come rapid fire. Settlement policy. Peace process. Iran deal. Corruption allegations. He's been doing this for decades. Knows how to deflect. Knows when to engage. Knows which question to answer and which to ignore. A reporter asks about the investigation. The one that's been following him for years. Allegations of bribery, fraud, breach of trust. He responds carefully, denies wrongdoing, calls it a witch hunt, promises transparency. His legal team reviewed every word beforehand. One wrong phrase becomes tomorrow's headline. One defensive reaction becomes evidence of guilt. So he stays calm, projects confidence, maintains control, whether he feels it or not. 4 o'clock. Secure line to Washington. The American president wants to discuss regional strategy, Gaza situation, Saudi normalization talks, military aid package. The relationship is complicated. Israel needs American support, weapons, funding, diplomatic cover at the UN. But America wants influence over Israeli policy, restraint in settlements, progress on Palestinian issue, coordination on Iran strategy. It's a negotiation disguised as an alliance. He pushes back where he can, concedes where he must, reminds them of shared interests, shared enemies, shared values. The call lasts 40 minutes. Both sides claim victory. Both sides got less than they wanted. Evening now. Staff briefing. Tomorrow's schedule. Next week's challenges. Upcoming elections in the coalition. Budget deadline approaching. His chief of staff runs through it all. He's barely listening. Mind already 3 steps ahead. Calculating. Planning. Anticipating the next crisis because there's always a next crisis. His security detail reminds him about the event tonight. Dinner with major donors, people who fund campaigns, who expect access, who want policy considerations in exchange for checks. He'll smile, thank them, listen to their concerns, promise nothing specific, deliver enough to keep them engaged. This is the part nobody sees. The endless fundraising, the constant political maintenance, The performance required to stay in power so you can actually use the power. 10 o'clock. Finally home. The residence is quiet. Family's already asleep. He sits in his study, reviews documents for tomorrow, intelligence reports, policy proposals, political assessments. The city outside is lit up. Millions of people living their lives, working, sleeping, raising families. Most have no idea what happened in rooms today, what decisions were made, what threats were addressed, what operations were authorized. That's how it should be. They elected him to carry this weight, to make impossible choices, to defend them while they sleep. He's 73 years old, been in politics for decades, prime minister for years that blur together now, enemies everywhere, allies conditional, legacy uncertain. But tomorrow morning, the alarm goes off at 5:30. The threats are still there. The decisions still need making. The country still needs leading. So he'll get up, review the intelligence, make the calls, hold the coalition, manage the crisis, because this is what he signed up for. The burden of leadership in a nation that cannot afford weak leaders. This is Netanyahu's Israel, every single day. The documents pile up again. Threats don't take weekends off. Coalitions don't hold themselves together. 7 million people don't stop needing protection just because one man is tired. The phone will buzz before dawn. Intelligence won't wait. Enemies won't pause. This isn't a job you leave at the office. It follows you home, into sleep, into every quiet moment. History will judge these decisions. Allies will question them. Opponents will exploit them. But right now, in this moment, someone has to make the call. Someone has to carry the weight. That's what leading Israel means. Not glory, not legacy, just the next crisis and the decision that comes with it.